we go.
Okay.
Back on here. Fix this shit. Right. All right, we're back. We're back.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
Okay. Right. So as I was saying, I had to do like, so Lopez has been told he needs to improve in some areas. That's the reality. I was told, like I prepared like 4 pages of notes on every team. I did loads of stats, but it became quickly apparent, like while I was doing the broadcast, that really wasn't what ESL wanted me to do. What ESL wanted me to do was almost be like a co-host.
Yeah.
And to Right, so I'd come up with an idea about the game based on what I knew. So let's say I analyzed the last 16 games for every team that was at the tournament, and I noticed a trend on particular maps, or I noticed a player struggled on a particular map. I would say, oh, well, it looks like they struggle on this map, or this player has a bad time on the map. What do you think, professional player? Because how am I going to analyze the game better than somebody who's already currently playing at the top level? And what ESL wanted me to do was to be that bridge between Scoots, who
host. He's like host.
Yeah. But he owns the desk, right? He's talking to production. So they're telling him, we got 2 minutes, we got 5 minutes. Ask them this, ask them that. Don't forget to plug this, don't forget to plug that. I don't want that in my ear. It's not for me. So we need Scoots there. And what Scoots does is, Scoots will maybe pass over to me, and then I postulate an idea. And then for the really deep analysis, we go over to a player. And I'm there to keep it flowing. I'm there to keep the conversation going. I know all the players. I got a good rapport with all the players. I'm known for being an interviewer. And, whatever people want to say about me, I've followed the game a pretty long time. It's not like I'm going to talk absolute bollocks. Might get some stuff wrong from time to time. But if you think Lurpus never got a prediction wrong, then you're out of your motherfucking mind. If you think Thorin, the esports historian, never got a prediction wrong, you're out of your motherfucking mind. Hell, when we were doing a desk together at Gfinity, me and Duncan, we did get a bunch of stuff wrong, and we took the piss out of each other over it, and we had some fun with it. There's no hate, as far as I'm concerned. I genuinely believe that, if you are good enough in terms of a broadcasting experience for a spectator, you'll get asked to go on. I know I've got loads of things I can work on, but I think ESL were happy with the way I fulfilled my role.
No, you were great, dude. I mean, the three of you guys did great. I mean,
and I hope I'll do better next time, and I hope there is a next time. But that isn't to say that whether or not Lurpus gets hired next time is nothing to do with me. It's nothing to do with me. I didn't say I wouldn't work with him, or vice versa.
No, I don't think they're talking that has anything to do with.
No. But I mean, I think some people maybe think that I went in and because of the problems that we have. Look, the guy hates me, and he said some ridiculous stuff about me. Like after I survived cardiac arrest, he publicly tweeted saying he hoped it happened again, and said he could. Yeah, he said he couldn't wait for me to die of a heart attack for real next time. Yeah. He brings it up from time to time. He said some pretty horrible stuff about Red Eye as well, which I won't repeat. I don't want it to fester and take root. The guy doesn't foster great relationships, and when you're working in an environment where you get 4 hours sleep a night, you've got 7 a.m. curtain calls, you're on camera all the time, a discussion's going to happen, maybe you disagree with people, everything's going to be done on time, regimented, you are going to get cut off if a game starts. I think people feel his attitude isn't conducive to that kind of environment. And I know I was froze out for years because a lot of people thought my attitude wasn't conducive to that environment, and they were probably right. And now I've matured a little bit, and I know how the game's played, and now I'm getting the work. So that's life, brother.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let me get into this announcement. A lot of people, I kind of just tacked this on at the end of this show, but I've talked to Richard about it, talked to Steven about it, and I've decided to wrap up all of my shows, actually, not just Unfiltered, Value Town and Pro Corner and Wednesday Night Sprites. So this week, except for Unfiltered, I'm gonna finish with Unfiltered next week, but this week is gonna be the last week of my shows, and I know a lot of you guys are gonna be disappointed about that. So I just want to talk a little bit about it. Again, I've kind of already explained it to Richard, but I've been I kind of came into these shows, kind of doing it as a hobby, just a passion of mine, which was always the intent of it. It was just something that was almost like replacing playing games, quite honestly. It's just making content for you guys. I have not gotten a chance to play as much like StarCraft 2 and even League of Legends. I mean, I am playing Hearthstone now just because Hearthstone is just such quick games that it actually fits into everything. But for the most part, I haven't played StarCraft 2 as much as I used to, just mostly because I've been doing this content stuff. And that's great. I mean, was really passionate about doing this stuff for you guys, the community, and it made me happy, actually. I just got a lot of joy from it. And it wasn't until like about, I don't know, like a year ago, maybe less than a year ago, that there was some success, especially with the Hearthstone shows too, that I decided, it probably is worth actually looking into this, seeing what I can learn from it. Like, what is the actual, full-time esports or making content type of life like? So I kind of phased myself into it a little bit. I'm a mobile developer, if you guys didn't know that in the past. I've been doing it for like 10 years now. So, it was my decision to kind of just like, okay, let's go part-time. And, I talked to my partners about it too, which is like, I'm in a very good situation where I can do that. And I said, I really want to, I kind of want to explore this passion of mine, because I have passion for making games too. So it's been a struggle for me, but I wanted to just at least see what this was like. And the last year, 2014, it's been like a little bit of part-time of this and then full-time recently, just to really experience this. And I've gotten a chance to work events and organize events and do more shows and just immerse myself even more in this. And the one thing I've come to the realization of, like, recently, is that the lifestyle just doesn't really fit my life. And there's a lot of that goes on that you guys don't see with me when it comes to like my family, and I mean there's other businesses I handle too. I mean there's a lot of things that go on, and particularly my family. And esports is all about the weekends. Whether you work the weekends, you cover the weekends, whatever it is. If you're working in esports, you have to watch it, to really do things in earnest. And I can't, I struggle too much with it right now, and I can't give up, I guess you can say, my family time for that. And I'm fortunate enough to have another passion, which is making games, that is more conducive for that. So I decided to, just do that. And I made this decision when I decided to kind of just explore this esports thing, that, I'm going to decide to either do this 100%, for a long time after I'm in this period of just trying to figure out if I want to do it or not, or I won't do it at all, because it's just not fair to like my partners that I've been working with, not giving my 100% to making apps and games and that sort of thing, because it was distracting. Whenever I'm esports, Skype particularly, anybody Skypes me about something's going on in esports, it's just impossible not to have mind share in it, and it's not fair from that standpoint. So I decided that I'm either going to go 100% or nothing at all. And recently I just like spending more time with the family, and there's basketball. My kids are like to the point where they're doing shit that I want to see, and it's just kind of the cliche thing as a parent and shit, but I want to see my son's basketball games, coach my son's basketball games. I want to go to, all those things. And I'm not able to do that, like, well, at least with this. Sometimes I'm like half watching shit on Twitch, and it's, again, I don't want to complain about it because I love it too. I love esports too, but I love that time more, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So it's a difficult decision for me, unfortunately. Doing stuff with Richard here and with Steven has been extremely, extremely gratifying. So, so anyways, that's going to be, going to wrap things up this week. And, you guys can message me, whatever you guys want to do. Just whatever. The VODs will always be on my YouTube channel. And I don't want to say it's forever. I'm never going to say, like, I'll never say forever about anything. And in fact, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up taking like a 2 to 4 week break after this, just to see what it's like to not do anything before I actually start up the job, just to see how I react to it, and if I miss this, just too much. But from my standpoint, I just don't see that happening. So so not the happiest of days, I know, but I just feel like it's the right decision. Yeah. So we'll finish things up with Unfiltered. There's a lot of other great shows too. I mean, there's there's a lot of stuff that's going on right now too. Like Live on 3, obviously every week. You're seeing more StarCraft 2 shows now too, talking about the game, and I know you guys really want that too. So it's a good time for StarCraft 2. You're seeing a lot of events too, and a lot of things going on, and I just think that it's not a bad time to actually call it too. And done a lot of good things. I've been climbing the ladder. Pro Corner starting off, obviously, but I feel like Climbing the Ladder and Filtered, we've created discussions, and that was the point. That was the point of the show, is creating discussions. And mission accomplished with that. I've gotten this. I hope I've had a role in getting this guy to be front and center for a lot of people, because he's a talent. He's like a super talented guy. So yeah. Anyways, that's
well. Look, man,
yeah.
I just want to chime in and I'm genuinely fucking gutted. Like, I mean, okay, so people probably don't know. I just got told before we come on air. And it just sucks, not cause of this show or not cause of anything, cause just Chris has just fucking done so much for me, and I don't know, man. Like, esports is a real small industry, and I don't know, when you lose a friend, it fucking, you feel it, you do feel it.
Well,
Like
you're not gonna lose a
Chris,
friend. I'm still gonna be here, dude. It's
yeah,
just
but
like,
I know, but this was
I'm
like
gonna
one of
give
the
you a
few
lot
fucking
of
therapy
ideas to run with
sessions.
too. By the way, Richard.
Yeah,
So
I know,
yeah,
but like,
it's
it's never gonna be the same. Like, people always, we all took the piss out of you. Like, I do it as well. But it's affectionate,
it's
like
fine. It's fine.
vanilla ChanManV. But like, the thing people don't realize is Chris made doing these kind of shows easy. I'd never done them before. I did Climbing the Ladder with Chris. No one wanted to touch me with the 10-foot pole. When Scoots left live on 3, I thought they might ask me to co-host, but no one wanted to touch me at all. No one. And Chris had me on as a guest, like, one time, and we just clicked, and we just started doing stuff together. And ever since then, my stock's gone through the roof. And like I say, I don't do anything. I don't do anything. I just turn up and talk bollocks. That's all to Chris. It's all his hard work. And I know, man, it just fucking just sucks. Just really sucks. I'm super happy for you, dude. I mean, you're gonna make a fucking fortune and enjoy family life and actually have
Yeah.
something, meaningful. I'll be stuck with the void.
Oh,
Um,
whatever.
but yeah, it just, Chris did a lot of good things for a lot of people that other people wouldn't have done a lot of good things for, and people probably forget that. Like, even Steven, I'd say to a lesser degree, but definitely me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I won't ever forget it, brother.
Yeah. So I appreciate that, man, and we'll do something fun next week. I don't even know what we're gonna do. Maybe it'll be a semi-regular show, but maybe not. Just have maybe open call-ins. Who knows? But any other questions? I'm trying to think of any other questions that might come up. I'll make a video too, just because there's some people, and I don't want to have to do this like 4 times this week. So I'll make a video on YouTube, folks. But this does include everything, like Value Town. Again, just all my Hearthstone stuff too. It's gonna basically be finished this week. And a lot of people are hearing for the first time too. I just got a chance to tell folks. I will still be doing some deck wars because I have obligations to Machinima to finish out that season. But for the most part, yeah, this is gonna be the end. And it's been great, man. I mean, I've the StarCraft 2 community especially. I mean, the Hearthstone community has been great to me too, but it's been fairly new. The StarCraft 2 community, means a lot to me. So
Of course, man.
yeah.
Especially considering I don't even play the game.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? I don't even play
yeah.
the fucking game. And
But
and people listen to what I have to say every week. It's just been,
mm,
yeah, just like I say, this show never got what it was due. It was great.
well,
I was so psyched when I got asked to be part of this. I was like, holy shit, man! I'm gonna do a show with fucking Chris and Destiny. Like, holy shit, it was.
yeah.
It was real good.
Yeah, good. I mean, again, like I think we did a lot of good things, and a lot of the episodes were cool and great. I mean, we I think we talked about a lot of things that a lot of people wouldn't talk about, and that was the whole point. That was the whole point of this show and climbing the ladder. So mission accomplished. I'm happy with the work. And for those of you asking about the Reddit thing, does the Reddit thing have anything to do with it? The Reddit thing has nothing to do with it. This has nothing to do with just success on that standpoint, or even just like money. People might think about money too. It has nothing to do with money. Like that's not an issue for me. Like, so it's not something that plays into it. It's mostly just time. Time is, if people that know me, time is the most important thing to me, because I just don't have enough of it, and there's just too many things I try to do and want to do each and
You
every
are
day.
already 75, so
Yeah, exactly.
there's that.
Yeah. So, anyways, guys, yeah, just a little, I guess, a big announcement there, but quick shout out, I guess, before we call the show. Richard.
Just to you, brother.
Yeah.
Just to you. It's been honestly really rare privilege working with you. Like, introduced me to some really good people. I don't think me and Total Biscuit would have ever fucking reconciled if we weren't doing shows
Red
with
Eye
you
too,
together.
man. Red Eye too.
Red
Just
Eye
helped
as
them mend
well.
those
Yeah, you're
bridges,
right.
dude.
I mean, all the people that I used to have beef with, we all came together through doing Climbing the Ladder and Unfiltered. So you were a peacemaker in a lot of ways, and just having a platform to talk shit every week. Like people don't realize. Like I notice, I love it and I hate it. Like I love
That's
sitting.
for sure. Yeah.
No, seriously, I love sitting here and being able to talk and not having to censor myself, and it's not a PR appearance. Like this is as close to real as I think I can actually get in an esports space. And by the same token, it can be hard sometimes. The unfiltered audience can be brutal because it's unfiltered. We get to say what the fuck we want about each other. We're all part of something. So this was awesome. Like I don't know what the future holds. I don't know. I hope you realize your kids suck and you just decide you want to go balls deep in esports again. I don't know, but like I say, I'll still be thinking about this shit 10 years from now, and I don't say that about a lot of stuff in esports. So
yeah,
yeah,
I appreciate it. And again, man, I've always believed in you. You know what I mean? So it's like your talent should be out there, should be on a platform, and I was just happy to be that person to help you with that.
And you were.
And Steven too. Like unfortunately, Steven's not here. We'll talk about it more about next week. But all the viewers too, all the folks I've been watching Unfiltered, and all my shows just supporting me. I really appreciate it. I'm not made for this type of thing. You know what I mean? I'm more of a back end type of guy. So all the crap you've given me for hosting and stuff, it's deserved because again, I'm not made to be this front and center entertainment kind of guy. So I'm trying my best just to at least facilitate it for you each and every week. The best way to have it be consistent is to do it yourself. So, that's kind of like the give and take that I've had with producing these things. And but I really, really appreciate all you guys that have been watching for all these years and subbing and donators, whatever it is. You guys been amazing. And VODs for the show will be up on youtube.com/ChanManV. The first 3 parts are already up there. I am not sure I'm going to be playing any music here, just in case we get some crazy audio thing at the end.
Don't lie, you're doing it for effect. It's just going to go to a black screen.
Yeah, right. It's going to be muted. This entire announcement's going to be muted.
Just
and people are like,
what
the fuck?
What
did he say? What did he say? So, so I'll get that up as soon as possible. And then, check out Wednesday Night Sprites tomorrow, our last one. I mean, hopefully the guys will continue it without me, Wednesday Night Sprites, because they have a great thing going there too, even without me. So we'll see if Wednesday Night Sprites continues on without me. And then Value Town, me and Trump, we're going to conclude it with an interview with the Blizz Dev, so it'd be a good time to kind of call that too. And then and then we'll see you guys again next week for Unfiltered. Actually, Deck Wars is tomorrow too. I got a good matchup there if you like Hearthstone. But okay, that's going to be it for Unfiltered, guys, this week at least. We'll see you for one last one next week. Laters.